Well, welcome to Allen's Day, everybody. It is end of March up here in Wisconsin. Pretty nice out today. We'll take it. Just out here checking on everything before I get into the garage. We got the ponies over here. They're just coming up to get their hay and their grain. And we've got some cats out here too. Come here, Taz. These are my garage helpers, the cats. Let me get one in the garage here and get started. Even though it's nice outside, I still got to get some stuff done in the garage here. And where we left off is with the last couple of videos that we did. We were working on the exhaust. I got the Badland winch installed, but I don't have it wired up yet. So here's where it's going to go. I've just got to make up a bracket, set that in place, and I'll show you how I do that. I've got the shear and a brake press. Let's make a bracket. Let's get the shear fired up. Get my piece cut. I've got it set right here where I've got to stop on the side where I want to cut it to. And I look down in there and go ahead and cut it. Just that simple. Oh, I like that shear. Comes in handy. Now we've got to bend this. Just got to put a slight bend, a couple of bends in there. Clamp it and bend it. Let me get the rest of the bends in here, get this thing laid out, and I'll show you once I got a bracket done. Just like that, we got a finished bracket. I got my holes drilled in there and cut the corners off on the bandsaw. And that is going to fit right here. And a couple things you got to watch for is this rod, hood rod, has to lay in between and fit into here. So let me get this whole thing bolted together, and I will show you what I got when I got cables on there. This is going pretty quick. Assembly process on this switch here. Now, cable. The winch came with some extra cables on there to hook the top portion of the controls remote, but I can use it for hooking this up. What I did is, this was a black cable. I'm putting some heat shrink on the ends here to mark the cable. Anytime you put a battery cable, if there's a positive and a negative, please help out the next guy and mark it that it's positive cable. They're going to appreciate it, or the future you. But anyways, heat shrink, red, positive. That's all it takes. Let me get this bolted onto the switch, or connected to the switch. Let's see, I'm going to put some stainless steel flat washer down there, a little more surface area for this to rest on. Don't forget your dielectric grease. one lug on there. The other one is attached to the winch. I'll get that on there and show you what I got. I found something that Badland can upgrade. They don't have their positive cable marked, so I will put and do it for them. Got my heat shrink on there, tighten it up, and finish bolting this thing together. One switch wired up. I'll show you the secret weapon for installing this plate, or the mount. That is Alex Plus DAP latex caulk. Now this is a real inexpensive caulk, and it does come apart better than some of the more expensive silicones. So all I do is put a dab on here and a little dab on there, and what that's going to do, it's going to when that cures out, it's going to take some of the vibration off that bracket, so it's not sitting there and rattling. But if you ever got to get the bracket off, you just gently peel it apart. It'll come off of there, and then the adhesive will stay on there. You put the bracket back on and you'll have some little bit of shock absorber. So don't be bashful about putting a little caulk on there. I don't see it in the owner's manual anywhere, but I use it a lot on it. Let me get this screwed down in here. Some little stainless steel Phillips head self-tapping screws, and that's all you're going to need. Just like that, we got our disconnect switch in there for the winch. Let me hook up the positive cable. You know, because it's got the red shrink wrap on the end of it. Also, with this bracket, like I said, you got to leave a little gap in here for you guys that are putting these in the Jeeps, because you need this control arm to fall down inside of here to lock into place, so it just clears in here yet, so you're not messing with your lock there. So that's how you put the disconnect for the Badland winch in a Jeep Cherokee. Let me get these terminals hooked up here, and we'll test out the winch. We're ready to go winching. Turn the switch on. Got the terminals hooked up on the battery. We have it engaged or free spool. We've got it engaged, and then under this handy dandy little cover, it says wireless on and off. And the wireless is when you have the remote, and you just flip this little switch right here to wireless. Red light's on, and you're ready to go. So I'll turn the switch on to wireless and stand back. There we go. Winch is done. Off the list. One last upgrade to this winch, and then I'm going to call her quits on the winch for a little bit. As I mentioned before, these are put together, and there's a T-slot on the winch that keeps it from moving forward, and there's a bolt. I'm going to take an aluminum block. I ground a little relief on there, to fit for the weld. And what this is going to do is it's going to slide in here, and when that winch, the first time it gets used, all the slop is going to come out of those bolts and it's going to pull forward. Well, what that aluminum block is doing, it's going to push against that aluminum block and it's push against this bumper frame on there, just to give it a little added something in there. Like I said before, I've already had these winches with those T-slots busting out of there, and it's a mess to try to fix those. So a little preventative to put that in there. Just going to go to my old reliable Bostik caulk adhesive, and just going to put a big old frickin' dollop on there, and that's all we're going to need. So let me get these set in here. Oh, one other thing. There's always one other thing. When you guys are putting a winch on these, here's the battery that I spec'd out for this. And this is sort of the bare minimum that you need for a battery if you're running a winch on there. This is a 1000 cold cranking amp. This is a Marine RV dual purpose from Interstate. So you're gonna have to pony up for a battery if you're gonna put a winch on one of these Jeeps here. So hey, thanks for sticking around. There'll be more stuff on this Jeep in future videos, so talk to you guys later. Thank you for watching Alan's Day. Life is about making choices. Some things are already perfect. Some things you may choose to upgrade. This channel will show you both. Please like, subscribe, and share. Thanks again.